What's going on, everybody? This is John O'Connor, the Behind the Barricade Podcast, and I'm with
Daniel's how?
Oh, hi, Dan.
What's up?
Hey. Anyways, we have two members of the band Daylight Down from Houston, Texas, hard rock band. Very kick-ass. Yes, thank you. Applause, applause.
What's up?
We have Lance, who's a bass player.
What's up, dudes?
And we also have Kyle on the drums.
How's it going?
What's going on?
Uh-oh, drum battle. I got two drummers in the house.
Totally emotional.
Anything.
Jeez. So anyways, you guys are in the studio right now. How's that going for you?
Oh, it's going good. It's been a really long process, but we're finally getting to the point where it's going to be finished soon.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
soon I mean within like the next week or two. So we're very excited.
Wow, produced, mixed, all ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Wow. It's pretty good. How many tracks?
I think it's going to be probably about 14 tracks total, with an intro and an outro.
Oh, okay, wow. And this is your first full length, or
This is the first. Yeah, this is going to end up being the first full length.
What's the name of the studio that you're using?
It's actually our guitarist has his own professional studio at his house.
Nice.
He actually went to school for it, and he's really talented.
Yeah, I mean, we noticed from the music video how good the music was. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you.
The sound quality was great, and we're talking about Demon You Love. The official video is out now on YouTube and also their website, daylightdown.com.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Of course.
for listening.
So how are things going in Houston today? Hot out? Snowing?
They're going good. It's a little humid. It's surprisingly not as hot as it usually is, but it's pretty good. We got actually rehearsal tomorrow night.
Nice.
Got a show this weekend in Houston.
Where at? Plug that shit.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's at BFE Rock Club, North Houston on Jones Road. It's going to actually be a fan appreciation show. Ends up being a really packed house. A lot of people end up showing up, obviously because it's free. But some of the best bands in Houston are going to present themselves, and should be a really good time.
Nice. Are you guys headlining?
No, it's funny. What we do is kind of keep everybody neutral. We just end up pulling a name from a hat and do
nice.
it that way. So let's just say the most popular band in Houston could end up playing first. So kind of keeps things neutral and fair. And
Yeah, and I think that was there was a festival out in California. I think it was a punk festival, Still Not Dead Fest, I believe, where they had like No Effects, Pennywise, Lagwagon, The Descendants, and they actually had a wheel going around.
Those dudes did that?
Yeah.
Good for them.
And it was the main stage was revolving. You had no idea what the set times were or anything.
That's actually pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Yeah. You know what? I wish things were more like that nowadays.
Yeah, that'd be great to have a whole tour like that. I mean, Warped Tour is somewhat like that, where it changes every day and you don't exactly know when until the big-ass balloon thing blows up.
Big ass balloon thing?
You've been to Warped Tour, right?
No, I've never been to one.
Holy shit.
No.
Well, anyways, they have like a huge-ass like set list, or I'm sorry, a schedule on a ginormous balloon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When people try popping that shit?
Well, it's barricaded. And the people are behind the barricade.
That was a good one.
Oh, see what I did there? Oh, guys. But anyways, you guys actually opened for Otherwise, Lita Ford, Boba Flex, Adelitas Way. What were those experiences like?
Kyle?
Well, I will say that Lita Ford was non-existent until she played, and then was non-existent after she played.
Yeah, she was.
Wow.
Just camped out in her trailer. All
Yeah,
the time.
yeah. It was. I don't know.
I didn't like doing that with her.
Yeah.
Adelitas Way was awesome. They were running around, raising hell, doing their thing.
Yeah, they were pretty cool guys. They came around and they met people and shook hands and signed shirts or whatever. And let's see. Otherwise, they were all right. Little bit of kind of high on themselves, but I don't know.
You've got to be a little high and mighty to be in a successful band, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Being in a successful band yourself.
And being able to make out with Murray Brink in a music video.
Wait, who did that?
The guy from Otherwise.
Really?
Yeah, he was what's that? It's the one after Not Believe, A Star-Crossed Wasteland. That one song where they have like the dude duetting with Maria Brink. That was him. The
Oh.
guy from Otherwise. And at the end of the music video, they're like making out.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's probably why.
cool. I don't listen in this moment.
Nah.
So all
I
this
used
is
to.
like irrelevant.
I used to until they started making shitty music. Yes, you are making shitty music, Maria Brink.
Oh, shots are fired, even though in this moment we'll never be on this podcast.
Yeah, well, they might. You never, well, if Maria Brink.
Well,
is,
not now. They're not. Thanks, Dan.
I apologize.
fucked that
If
up.
you come on the podcast, I will take it all back. Just Maria Brink, though, not the whole band.
Absolutely. But anyways, getting back to Adelita's Way. Is Rick the only member still in that band? The only old member? The lead
You know
singer?
what? I think you're right. I think he's the only original member. I think the drummer, the bassist, and the guitarist are new, as of maybe a couple of years ago.
Man, the one
Because
guitarist
the
went to Breaking Benjamin.
guitarist went over to Breaking Benjamin.
Yep.
I wonder where everyone else went. Wonder if they're in successful bands.
Imagine if they went into like more successful bands, like they just like joined Disturbed and like Linkin Park.
Well, yeah.
And Adelita's Way was just like the launching point, and Rick is just stuck. That would be pretty funny.
Anybody else need a vocalist?
I need a band. But anyways, guys, so tell us a little bit about how Daylight Down. I keep calling you guys Daylight Dawn. I am so sorry about that, but
You know what? You're not the only one. It's so funny. A lot of people say that too. I'm like, man, maybe we should have just named the band Daylight
You
Dawn.
guys gonna change your name?
yeah. Well, not with this full length coming out.
Sounds like something from a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, honestly, like Dying Light and there's another video game that came out. It's like mixing the two together for me.
Oh, I don't know about video games.
No, you don't.
But anyways,
Except it's MLB and 2K.
Shut the fuck up, man. Daylight Down. How'd you guys get together?
Oh my gosh, it's a long story, but I'll make it
We got
short.
time.
I'll make it short. Well, about almost 5 years ago, I moved down to Houston from the Northeast, from Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always been in bands all my life, mostly hardcore bands and black metal bands. Actually was fortunate enough to play with, Converge, Overcast, Cable, all those really awesome, bands
The
back
pioneers,
in the day.
yeah.
Started everything. So I moved down here, and I've always been in music all my life. So I just needed to connect with a bunch of musicians, and I found a really cool network site, bandmix.com.
I know Bandmix, yep.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Went on that and searched for a long time, and then finally ended up finding Jason, and we hooked up. He actually met me at my house, and we kind of ran through like a couple Breaking Benjamin songs just to kind of see if we jive, and it was awesome, So I just knew this guy is really great. His personality is perfect. He's an incredible guitar player. So we played for almost a year together, and we started writing stuff, and then this dude over here, right here. We met. We did an audition. Did a couple auditions, and he showed up at our rehearsal studio that we had at the time, and just absolutely nailed it. I mean, out of all the drummers I've ever experienced, he's got to be one of the most rock solid rock drummers, metal drummers I've ever met. He's insane.
Oh, he's blushing.
He's blushing.
Kyle is so precise. It's crazy. And he used to work at Guitar Center too, so he used to be able to get us deals.
Nice.
Not anymore.
So that was good, but not anymore. So so from there we auditioned a couple rhythm guitarists, and ended up getting this guy Zach, which he was really good at the time, but it was just kind of good for a season, and ended up finding David after many months of hunting this guy down. I mean, he was so elusive, but I knew he was a great singer, and he was on this Bandmix site, but I just could not contact with him. And to make a long story short, he was having some issues, with his family. I guess his aunt had passed away, and he was very close with her, and was just having a really tough year. And finally got a chance to contact with him and say, hey, check out our material. This is what we've written so far. Tell us what you think. Is it something you'd be interested in doing? And I don't know, maybe within a week or two, he had one song already set up. And that song was actually World Divided, which is on our first EP. And just loved the way he wrote. It was so witty. If you listen to his lyrics, they tell a story, but they make such cool kind of sarcastic sense in a way. He's got a really good way of writing songs with harmonies and melodies and hooks and all that kind of stuff. So we knew we had to hold on to him. So after that, we started playing some shows, right?
So Zach ended up going to England.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
yeah,
our first rhythm guitarist went to. You're like all over the place.
I know, I'm all over the place.
Took a job in England, so he departed. Then we had this guy, Stephen Etling.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he played with us for a couple of months, maybe 3 or 4 months. He was a really good guitar player.
Yeah, he's actually a guitar teacher.
Yeah. Oh, why did we cut ties with him? And he just like
I think Steve just couldn't do it anymore, just because he actually played for a church too, and he was doing lessons, and he's just a really busy guy. But
he was super busy,
so it didn't work out. So we were actually without a second guitarist for a while, and
back in the hunt.
Yeah, actually, David ended up getting sick for like a year and a half. He ended up taking Cipro, the antibiotic, and just totally messed up his system, and he's still dealing with it every day. It's the same thing actually that Ben Burnley deals with too, because he's got the same issues. It's a autoimmune disease, so it attacks your nervous system and it's incredible.
Jesus.
I give him a lot of credit for doing what he does every day, because he hides a lot of the pain that he has to go through.
Yeah, I think you can tell by their music. A lot of the bands, they start off like dark and whatever, and they get I guess like more happy, I guess you could say, but they kind of just stick with that same theme of like dark like music, without the lyrics the same way. So I think you can kind of tell.
The dying in there, yeah.
Yeah, they were all dying, the devils and stuff. It's like still in the new album, there's like a song about the devil or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, so he got sick, and he's still dealing with his issues, but it's somewhat manageable. I can't really speak for him, obviously, but
seems pretty. He seems good through shows. He won't show it too much, but after a show, he's like wrecked. I mean, he doesn't really want to be around too many people. You can tell he's kind of hurting pretty bad. But,
I mean,
he powers through. That's for sure.
If you guys ever get a chance to see us play live, or you see us on any videos or anything like that, you can see. I mean, he is such a. We all in the band, but him most of all is so high energy and interactive. It's insane. He puts so much of himself out there every show that we play. Just puts his heart out there. But yeah, like Kyle was saying, he ends up suffering for it, but I guess it's just the love of music.
Yeah. And to think, he might be a ticking time bomb. Like, what if, the set runs a little longer and then he just starts breaking down? You never know what could happen.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of always prepare for it. We always want to know how long our set, like we just did a show, what was it, weekend ago or 2 weekends ago? 2 weeks ago? Yeah. And we ended up playing for over an hour, and that's actually probably one of the longest sets we had. We did a headline show, and he was hurting afterwards, but I mean, he got through it.
Yeah.
Like a champ.
Like a champ.
Like a champ.
I mean, it's crazy to see bands like Puddle of Mud with their lead singer problems and letting that bleed onto their onstage performances. Like, Wes Scatlin is fucked up.
He didn't get arrested for drugs or something in an airport?
Well, that's one of the times.
Part
I think
of the story.
Yeah, well, I think like either a week or two ago, he got arrested for stealing something, but it was in his own house, and like he had the SWAT team called on him. Like some crazy ass shit.
Oh God.
Okay, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I know. He's driving away in a Bronco.
Actually, I just finished the OJ show from FX. You guys watch it yet?
Is that on Netflix?
You know what? I fell behind on that, and my kids have actually. I think they might have even watched the whole thing, and they're like, "Dad, you got to catch up." It's that good.
So does that story translate over to your kids? Like, did you have to say, like, listen, this shit really did happen. Like, this was on live TV. This cut out the NBA finals. Like, this was nuts.
I don't even think they've grasped the whole concept yet. Because I was there. I mean, that just shows how old you I am. Damn it. I remember watching that on TV. It was crazy.
I didn't watch that on TV.
They legitly shut every single channel off on TV. for that stuff.
For a car chase.
For a car chase.
And he wasn't even driving.
No, he wasn't.
Did you see that recently? Some guy said he found like the knife or something that he used to kill her?
I somewhat heard about
And
that.
like he got caught because he was trying to get it framed or something, and the cops, he was like an ex-cop, and they wanted them to give it back for like evidence or something. It was a wacky story.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That is true. I heard that too. It's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and I think what was it, like the DNA from that trial was completely like fucked up, and analysts today were saying, well, he's definitely guilty, and this is why they messed up. Just to think about how this guy got off, 20 years ago.
Well, he had tons of money, and tons of money means you can get a good lawyer, and they can unfortunately cover everything up.
Yeah. Or find a loophole, Like, oh, you didn't cover this at the right time, so that proves like, you can't use this evidence or something stupid.
Yep. And then the famous, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
That's right. Was that Johnny Cochran?
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
Oh, God.
Just to think that's how the Kardashians got somewhat famous.
That's how they got famous.
Well, it was Kim with the sex tape that really catapulted up.
All right.
All right, Dan.
Sounds great.
There you go.
So what more news do we have for...
Well, we don't have any news. We're
Daylight
talking
Dawn, bro.
with Daylight Down. Daylight Down.
See, there we go.
All
right, we're changing the name right now.
Yeah, Daylight Dawn.
I love you guys.
You guys are awesome. All right, so anyways, you guys have played a numerous amount of shows. Again, opening for Otherwise Lita Ford, a whole bunch of other bands. Is there any show that really sticks out to you, and what for?
Ooh, you know what? I'd probably have to say the Otherwise show was really good. I don't know. For me personally, I just had a heck of a lot of energy that day, so it went really good. And I think we stuck it out, and it was a rock solid performance. The sound guy just made it super good that night. Lighting and everything, and there was a great crowd. So that always plays into your performance. So that for me was probably our most favorite show.
Is that Scout Bar?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the shows at Scout Bar.
Yeah, Scout Bar on it. That place is awesome.
Now, where is that?
They got their shit together.
Scout Bar?
That's in Channelview, Texas. So it's like maybe about an hour southeast, from Houston.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's not bad. But it's probably one of the better places to play.
In Houston.
Yeah, in the Houston area. Yep.
Yeah. I actually know 0 venues in Texas.
Yeah.
I know there was Reds is one, right? Is there a Reds in Austin?
Yes.
I know there was a Stubbs as well. I think that closed or something.
Yep.
House of Blues.
Yep.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
House of Blues everywhere.
Yeah.
Live music. What is it? Stereo Live or something like that. I mean, there's a ton of really big venues in Houston. Let me push something for a sec if I
Go
can.
for it. Push it to the limit.
We've got a really awesome show coming up May 22nd at the House of Blues. Actually,
Nice.
Oh.
Nice. Oh,
yeah,
look at that.
it's actually gonna be a live music showcase, which will showcase us, which should be really great. So you guys can go to our website and get tickets off of there.
And that's daylightdown.com.
That's right.
Dad Cam.
Daylight down, daylight down, daylight down.
Okay, Dan, we got it.
And if you're from New England, you could say daylightdown.com.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend lived up in Pawtucket, so I heard every worst accent. Like, they don't call...
Not Foster Gloucester.
Oh, God, no. But I think the worst thing is they called water fountains bubblers.
Yeah.
What?
Down
Yeah,
south, lollipops are suckers.
Oh, that's down south. We're talking about New England.
I'm just talking about, different places.
That's north for both
All
of
right,
us.
I realize that.
Good, you're
Boston.
good with geography, Dan.
Yeah. I can tell which states are
or
where.
tennis shoes in the south, and up in the north it's sneakers.
Yeah. It's crazy, the discrepancies.
Or
Florida,
pecan.
you don't wear
pecan,
shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Pecan.
And in New Jersey, they call Spam, it's either Taylor ham or pork roll.
There you go.
Is it really
Actually,
the same thing?
It's the same thing, yeah.
Really?
The product is called pork roll, but the makers is Taylor Ham. It's like Kleenex with the tissue, or like Q-tip with like a cotton swab.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, we actually go all over the place on this show. I guess that's what makes people tune in and listen.
Yeah, not
Right.
my
Or they
crappy-ass
don't.
voice.
Yeah, whatever.
Ooh, something shiny. Ooh, something shiny.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Wow.
What was that from Family Guy?
You don't even know what it's from?
I don't fucking remember off the top of my head.
Family Guy?
Family Guy?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, wish. That was the worst Peter Griffin ever.
Yeah.
I should just stop.
Yeah,
But anyways, you guys come from a whole bunch of great, I guess, influences down in deep South Texas. I'm guessing, Pantera might be an influence to you guys. Drowning
Stained.
Pool. What are some of your influences?
Kyle?
I differ a little bit from the rest of the dudes. I like a lot of hardcore stuff like Periphery,
I like Periphery. What's wrong with Periphery?
Meshuggah.
I like Meshuggah.
Nothing is wrong with Periphery. I like a lot of like weird time signature stuff.
So like
Dream
Between
Theater?
the Buried and Me. stuff like that.
Because he's a drummer. He liked that stuff.
Yeah.
I listen to drums. I don't know. But these guys seem to. What do you?
I like all that stuff that Kyle. I like Periphery. I like Meshuggah. I just like such an eclectic range of music. I like jazz. I like Robin Thicke. I don't get into so much of the pop stuff, but from a bass perspective, reggae. Love reggae. I love everything from black metal to the stuff you hear on the radio. I don't get into too much of the mainstream hard rock stuff. Just Barry White.
You'll never find.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow. Yes.
Burt Bacharach.
Oh, God.
I'm taking all the movie references.
Yes. We get it. So do you guys have any guilty pleasures that you would like to share?
John's is Drake.
That's not really a guilty
Oh, it
pleasure.
is.
I love fucking
It
Drake.
is.
Well, that
Just
sounded
admit it.
wrong. Holy shit.
This dude's
I
this
love
dude's
Drake.
He loves Red Bull. I love coffee. I don't even know how many iced coffees I have a day. It's
We love the
ridiculous.
Red Bulls.
Yeah. Soccer. You guys into MLS?
Yeah,
Houston Dynamo?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
fuck that. I like football. That's it.
So what do you like over there, Kyle, since you're shaking your head?
Kyle. I keep thinking South Park every time you say Kyle.
You know what? We always joke about that. Damn it, Kyle.
So, anyways, did you say you like football? I couldn't hear because of Dan.
Sorry.
Who doesn't like football?
That's true.
Well, I mean, actually, I could tell you a lot of people who don't like football.
I like football.
Un-American.
I don't obsess over it, but I like it. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's always
Unless
fun.
you're a Texans
He's
fan.
giving me the evil eye.
Well, Kyle, what would you like to talk about? Fucking disapproving everything we're talking about over here.
I don't like the Dynamo.
No, you don't like Dynamo. No.
Well, we're
Fair enough.
yeah. We don't like the Dynamo either, even though
No.
they just beat us 2-0. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we lost every game this season. That other
Except for
one didn't
one.
count. That didn't count. We lost that one too.
How the hell did you lose a game that we won?
Yo, we totally should have lost that game. We got lucky with a score. The guy that can never score from outside.
Felipe,
Of it. Yeah, just has one of those amazing games, and
Yeah.
every other shot goes like wide left by a mile.
Yes, Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That really sucked the oxygen out of the room. We are a touring and concert podcast, and we were just wondering if you could open up for any band, any genre whatsoever. Doesn't have to make sense. Who would it be?
Oof.
And they have to be alive.
I think I know what Kyle's gonna say.
Who?
I think you'd say Periphery.
Nah, I don't
No,
know. Who do I-
seriously?
I don't open up for those guys.
Really?
No, he wants them to open up for
Exactly.
You guys.
Periphery, open up for Daylight Down. That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
you got it right.
Yes, I'm good.
I would like to open up for Metallica.
Metallica?
Yeah,
They have,
of course.
They have a special place in my heart.
Nice. Nice.
Kind of a dream. I've never got to see them live for some reason.
Yeah,
I always miss them. Something always happens. So
I've never got to see him
Oh,
either.
definitely see them live. They are phenomenal.
Those guys have definitely proved their place in hard rock metal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, they're christening the new Minnesota Vikings stadium. It's them, Avenged Sevenfold, and Volbeat on one bill.
Let's go.
Wow.
So just an epic night of awesomeness.
You're goddamn right it is.
I think for me, I'm really into Nothing More right now. Those dudes from San Antonio, I think they're rock, they're innovative. It's fresh. I'd love to open up for them.
Yeah, they're getting bigger by the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a huge Octane band.
Yeah, on Sirius XM if you guys listen.
Yep. Faux show.
But yeah, they've opened up for, what was it, the Papa Roach and Five Finger Death Punch tour. And what else was there?
I think they played with Breaking Benjamin. It was like Breaking Benjamin and Nothing More or something.
Probably.
Yeah, you're right. They did. Yep, just recently. I mean, that would be definitely another band I would love to open for is Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, same here.
You know, I loved them ever since they came out back in the early 2000s.
Same here.
Yeah, with, what was it, Phobia, their first album?
No, dude,
No,
Saturate.
it was
Saturate.
Saturate.
Yes, that had Firefly on it.
That's the
Damn it,
album
I'm
so
awful.
far.
Oh, that was...
He's jumping around in the
I
album.
really am. I'm really just done.
No, that one had Polyamorous.
Yeah, it's funny. We actually cover that song. That's one of our
Nice.
favorites.
Yeah, you have any live footage of that song?
You know what? I think we do. Yeah.
Nice.
Post that shit.
Yeah, come on, let's promote it.
Yeah.
That's
Get
what
Breaking
YouTube is
Benjamin
about.
Looking at that.
Yeah, that's what YouTube is about. You put up one random cover and you're the biggest band ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Nickelback.
Oh, come on. They do have some good songs.
They do have some
You
good
have
songs.
to admit.
Oh, they do. They're those dudes are talented, but they started out as a Pantera cover band.
Yeah, the one guy I heard him, he was like, "Yeah, my influences are Pantera and like Slayer," and I'm just thinking, you turned your music into this. It's just funny when bands do that, but honestly,
So they go from walk to photograph.
yeah,
right.
Well, Photograph's like one of those like slow songs on that album. Though.
I understand that.
I mean, of course, they're going to be popular with a song like that if they put it out. You know, like Five Finger Death Punch is some pretty, lame slow songs, I guess you could say. But
they work.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
they
Photograph
certainly
works.
do. And
That
it's all
song's
about-
popular as hell.
It's all about meeting a broad range of crowd, and dynamics are huge. I mean, I think that's really important. Because you end up burning yourself out. I mean, even Metallica played slow songs too.
Yeah.
It just comes to a point in time where you got to just realize, are you going to just market a certain crowd, or are you going to make yourself appealing to a broader range and do better for yourselves?
Mm-hmm. I think the problem is when people hear two or three singles from Nickelback that are soft, they're like, "Oh, this band has horrible music. Like they're crap. They play pop." If you listen to that album, they have some pretty heavy ass, songs on there. Like
They do.
Like Animals. I'm like, dude, if you listen to this song, if you like 3 Days Grace or Disturbed, you'll like some of Nickelback's songs.
Burn to the Ground is a fucking phenomenal song.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how you can't say they're not heavy. They play in drop B. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's some low ass stuff right there.
Exactly. So if you guys had to plug any, instruments, any, equipment that you're using, anything, unique, what would you plug? Anything, even if it's just Gibson guitars or HP laptops, anything.
What do you got, Kyle?
Come on, you're a drummer. You should have some kind of.
If I was anyone, I would definitely plug everyone.
Go for it.
Actually,
Spitball.
I just ordered.
Here
it
we
was
go.
kind of a fiasco. But
We're excited.
Super excited. I just ordered a Tama, a Star Classic Babinga, a 5-piece kit.
There we go.
Not gonna have it until August, so kind of bummed about that. But it's being made, and it will be like fresh, shiny, clean out of a box. No one has touched this but me. Like a brand new car with like 0.1 miles on it.
So you're getting it specially made, like with a
Custom?
a specific finish or something, or?
I don't know that it's. I don't want to say it's custom and make something sound crazy that I ordered. That Tama just didn't have any. Maybe at
All right.
when I ordered it.
It's
just the
custom.
Babinga.
Stop lying. They're making it just for you.
I could have gotten like a Birch Babinga kit, so I wasn't so familiar with drums. But
Dan I have no idea what the hell a babinga is.
it's like super low end, so you don't get any highs. It's all just like buttery balls.
It's an exotic.
amazing.
Yeah, it's an exotic rainforest wood.
It's amazing. All things awesome. Just wait. till August.
Yeah, it's like one of their special woods. You know,
okay.
I guess like it's one of the like higher ends. Like he was saying, birch. If you got the birch Bubinga kit, it would be like more mid level. But they're definitely good.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'd probably say Music Man and Mesa Boogie. I even know for Jason and for Dakota, Music Man and Axe Effects. That's what those dudes run.
Oh, awesome.
I know Dakota has a couple Charvels too that he really likes. He likes the sound of those. But we're pretty much Mesa Boogie orientated sound.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Kyle,
awesome.
Kyle, what kind of pedals do you use?
The Demon drives.
Nice. The chain or direct drive?
I don't like the direct stuff. It feels weird.
So you got the chain?
Yeah, I got the chain. And I switched
Nice.
them.
I want that for a while.
It's actually pure gold chain too. He actually stole it off of Flow Rida.
24 karat.
I like longboards. I don't know if you do short or long, but longboard's the way to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the short.
Long.
Wow.
Oh, do you now, Kyle?
Unbelievable.
That's what she said.
Yes, there you go. Dan, you were going to say something about that?
No.
Nope. Okay, fine. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why you're looking at me like that. So, guys, there's a huge story that came out of Toronto this week. You guys familiar with the band, The Story So Far?
No, I haven't heard of those guys.
Okay, well, they're a pop punk band, and they were playing up in Toronto. And their shows are pretty, I guess, rowdy, you could say. And they didn't have a barricade, so they decided to have people crowd surf up, stage dive, whatever else. And one girl actually got up there and tried to take a selfie with the lead singer, and the lead singer goes and kicks her.
No way.
I saw something about this. I didn't really know like what it was about, but I remember reading something about like on just scrolling through Facebook or something.
You got to see the video. It is fucking brutal.
So what do I type in to find it?
Just put in if you just put in The Story So Far, I'm sure it'll definitely be one of the top ones since it is a pretty hot story. But The Story So Far, maybe Dropkick Selfie or something like that.
Oh my
A
god!
drop kick selfie.
Yeah, I showed you the video, Dan.
Yeah, I know. It's just
that
funny.
Could be a band name.
What was that?
Dropkick, instead of the Dropkick Murphys, the Dropkick Selfies.
Yo, you got a cover band name.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Bam.
If a random fan decided to jump on stage and try to take a selfie, are you guys cool with that? Or you're like, all right, this is a little
Get off,
weird.
push him.
Well, I mean, don't go to that extent, but
Yeah,
like
like
a
a
little
get in jail like Randy Blythe.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, right. That's true.
And going back to the whole Story So Far thing, why would you ever do that when Randy like casually guided the guy off the stage and he ended up being in a Czech prison?
I don't know. That's a crazy story. I feel so bad for that guy.
And the best part about this whole thing was he decided to go on trial. Like they released him to the United States, and he goes, "Well, I got to go on trial."
Yeah. No, I mean that's hard. Geez. I mean that. I give a lot of respect for Randy Blythe. That's for sure. I mean, I don't know a lot of people who would do that kind of stuff, but he did.
Yeah. Do you have the balls to ever do that?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. You know, until you put into that circumstance,
Yeah.
choose right from wrong, and have to deal with it.
Everybody's there to have fun. I don't know why you would just take a picture with them.
I know, right?
They paid money to come see you. Like I don't see the big deal. You're always going to have some.
I think the problem is people are going to be afraid to, I guess, play overseas at maybe that in that country.
What in
like at the
Czech,
venue?
or-
Yeah, because I think they were saying in the video that they were kind of nervous or scared to go overseas because something like that might happen again or something. I think they got into a fight or someone jumped them.
Oh, that
after
was in Ireland. I think
That was Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any overseas plans for Daylight Down?
Jeez, I wish. No, not yet.
Where would you like to play anyway?
Oh, it's funny. We got asked that question not too long ago.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I would definitely say everywhere, or Europe would be great.
Any specific part of Europe? Europe is kind of big.
I would say
Just a wee big.
I would say Germany. Yeah,
Germany.
Yep, definitely Germany.
Yep.
Yeah,
Guys
a
are
lot of
incest.
music that I loved comes from Germany.
Yeah, there's a lot of great bands from Europe. Iron Maiden, even though they're from England. I mean, it's still Europe, right?
Bullet from the Valentine.
Yeah, Bullet from the Valentine, Volbeat.
Yep.
Yeah, there's something in the international waters that makes great hard rock and metal.
Yep, for sure.
So Dan, anything you'd like to ask them? Since I was basically hogging the questions.
Yeah, what a jerk.
Thank you.
This guy over here. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
You got any other questions?
Do I have any other questions? Well, I also appreciate Kyle's Houston hoodie. I saw him put that on. Or was that on the entire time?
It's on
Yes, it was.
the whole time.
The whole time. Even though this is going to be audio only and no one's going to be seeing this.
It's not true. So.
No, it's not true.
Prove it.
Take a picture. It didn't happen. No.
Pixar didn't happen.
I think that's why he didn't want to talk about football. He's like, oh, I'm a Texans fan.
And there's nothing wrong with the Texans. You guys have J.J. Watt, who's a fucking animal.
Beast.
Oh, he is. He's crazy.
He's talking about retiring already. I don't know if y'all heard
Seriously?
that. Because y'all seen that concussion movie with Will Smith?
Yeah, dude, it was really good.
There's like a whole
trailer
hoopla about it now. So he's like, I might not be playing football much longer because of this. Probably won't happen, but
Well, he's all set anyways. He could retire tomorrow. He's fine.
$100 million contract.
Right?
He's fine.
But the strange part is, you knew what you were signing up for playing football.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's not like it was water polo.
Although I'm sure that could get pretty bloody. You remember, what was that movie with Ben Stiller? Was it Meet the Parents, where they were playing
that was
water
volleyball.
It was water volleyball. It was an aquatic sport, Dan.
Yeah, like we're playing soccer in the water. It's so aquatic.
Okay. I don't think that would be even remotely possible, Dan.
No, it could be. You just be in slow motion.
Yeah, really. Jesus Christ, why the hell are we talking about water soccer?
Yo, it's going to happen.
Any concerts that maybe stick out to you, not you playing, but like seeing one of your favorite bands that caused you to get into music?
I would say Rage Against the Machine.
Oh my God, you saw them live?
Oh my gosh, yes. And it was the best damn show I've ever seen with Cypress Hill. And it was crazy. I mean, it was at a college up in the Northeast. And the whole place, I've never seen so many people create a mosh pit all together. I mean, that's when mosh pits were huge.
Yeah.
And crowd surfing and all that stuff. I mean, there were people jumping on the stage with Zach.
Wow.
That's how crazy it was.
Oh my God. What college was this at?
This was at Roger Williams College in Newport.
Oh, okay. I know Roger Williams.
Yeah.
How the hell did they get Rage Against the Machine and Cypress Hill up there?
Right?
Holy
right?
shit.
Well, you know what? That's when they weren't Rage Against the Machine so much. So, you can get away with it. But
yeah, that's true.
I was
oh my God.
super fortunate
to have one of the top political bands of basically all time to play at a random college. That's just insanity.
Yep.
Wow. What about you, Kyle?
I've always been attracted to music. I've always wanted to do it and be a part of it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't know if y'all know who Carmen is, like the Christian singer dude.
I've heard of them.
Carmen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Nobody knows. He was a huge Christian singer, and I grew up playing in church and all that stuff. But I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, and my dad took us to the Astrodome. They were playing over there, and it was such a great show. I was just kind of like, I have to do that one day. I have to do this one day. So that's kind of where I guess it all started.
That's interesting. Dan, do you remember the show that got you into music?
Yeah, no show.
No show.
No shows for me. It was all music that got me into music.
Wow.
I just heard, I don't know. For me, I wouldn't say it was music that got me into music. Now, going back, it was basically just me seeing everyone in our high school. I don't know how it was for years in Texas, but it was kind of like everybody did band. So it was like, oh, you're going to pick a trumpet or whatever. I'm like, I'm going to be a drummer. I just picked that, and that kind of just got me into music. I just, was listening to whatever my brothers were listening to, and that was basically K-rock, so Offspring, Nirvana, and I don't know. I guess I was really good at drums, so I kind of was like, I'll just stick with this.
Wow, that's how it all began.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
But I mean, as far as like concerts that stuck out, I don't want to say Breaking Benjamin because, of course, seeing my favorite band live for the first time, it was amazing. But really just not that recently, but maybe like a year or two ago, seeing Stone Sour, Otherwise, and Papa Roach, dude. All three of those bands just like blew me. Well, Otherwise was really good live. I would say it was Papa Roach and Stone Sour. They just blew me away.
Yep.
Like the stage presence the lead vocalist of Papa Roach,
Jacoby,
and Stone Sour sounded amazing. I knew a couple songs by Stone Sour, and I was hooked the whole show.
Well, yeah, it's Corey Taylor. He's a legend among men.
And I normally don't. I mean, most shows I'm kind of like a little bored, I would say, because I'm more of I for the live aspect, I'm more into listening to the music, in a pure form. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say that would be a concert, but I just like hearing everything. And live, it's very hard to, because this shit's just jacked up way too high. But they were amazing. I loved every second of that show.
Yeah, actually, my first concert experience was Rob Thomas.
From Matchbox 20. Yeah, Rob Thomas.
He was playing a solo show, and I actually went with my mother. I'm not afraid to admit that whatsoever.
The Three Doors Down?
No, Matchbox 20.
Matchbox 20,
Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Which is actually on tour this summer with the Counting Crows, so another throwback band.
Wow, Counting Crows is still together?
Yeah, and apparently they suck live, from what I've been hearing. The best thing about like these weird summer tours are the 90s revival tours. I don't know if they come by you, but this year it's Sugar Ray, Everclear, Lit, and Sponge.
Yeah, they're doing a big thing for one of the radio stations down here with Everclear. Maybe three, 4 months ago, they were talking about tours and all that stuff.
I think out of those three bands, probably Sponge would be my favorite to see. I don't know. They just got that cool kind of Social Distortion sound.
Yeah,
I should say.
Yeah, they were I don't want to say the popular Social Distortion, but like they were the more mainstream Social Distortion.
Right.
But yeah, if you have a chance, go see that show live. I mean, Sugar Ray is phenomenal live, believe it or not.
What is he, a radio broadcaster? He works for TMZ or something like that?
No, he was on, I think, Hits 1 on Sirius XM, and he also did he did another show. I can't remember.
VH1.
Yeah, plus he's a champion at Celebrity Jeopardy. What a resume. You were one of the most popular bands of the 90s, and you're incredible at Rock and Roll Jeopardy.
Go figure.
Yeah.
What got you into music, John? Do we ask you that?
What got me into music? I think it was the Summer Sanitarium 03 tour, where it was Metallica, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Deftones, and Mudvayne, all on one show.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Right. Oof.
Yeah. And I saw that and I was like, holy shit, what is going on here? And I was, what was I? I was like 13 at the time.
I think they're lucky that they probably have a lot of festivals out in Texas. We never get any festivals like that.
Yeah, we don't get
except
shit
for
here.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
And that is not around anymore.
But yeah, you guys have, what was it? South by So What.
Yeah.
You had, what's that one in December?
I don't know, but we have BuzzFest here too in Houston, which is huge.
That's a radio fest, right?
Yeah, it's a radio fest. Yeah. Yep. There's tons of good bands.
Do they have Rock on the Range? You guys have Rock on the Range?
That's Ohio.
No, isn't that Rocklahoma?
Well, Rocklahoma's in Oklahoma.
All right.
See how they do that, Dan?
No, but they don't go any other states?
Well, I mean, they have like the whole, what was it, Month of Loud Month or Month of Loud or something like that, where they go over to like Carolina Rebellion, Rock on the Range, Welcome to Jacksonville, all over. I don't think they stop in Texas.
No.
Well, damn.
Yeah. There's no scene out here.
Yeah, there's nothing in the
like
Northeast
that,
anymore.
At least.
I mean, the only thing you have is like Boston Calling. I don't know if you remember that fest.
No.
No, it's mostly like indie and hipster bands.
So
like I think Sia is.
You guys
playing
are in
here.
Boston?
We're actually in New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey. Okay.
Yeah, no. No Boston for us.
I love Boston. Boston's one hell of a city.
Yeah, it is awesome. Yeah, for sure.
And it's like ginormous too. Like you're thinking, okay, so I'm in one part, and you have no idea. Like you have the South Boston area, you have the area right on the water, and to be in the heart of Boston, it's just it's mind blowing. It's a lot of fun.
Come to Houston, Texas. Your mind will just explode.
Really? What's going on down there in Houston?
So damn big.
You can't walk anywhere.
It's so damn big. It's
if you don't have a
ridiculous.
car, you are fucked.
Yeah, you are pretty
So
much.
terrible public transportation down there.
Terrible.
Oh yeah, and
Almost non-existent.
and the city is just enormous. It's crazy.
Oh wow. I actually had no idea about Houston. Like when someone says Texas, I automatically think Dallas, Austin for South by Southwest, stuff like that. But Houston.
Yeah, it's extremely metropolis. It's ridiculous.
This is kind of random, but don't they have isn't it Texas like the fattest state?
No, that's Philadelphia and Louisiana.
Really? I could have sworn on Super Size Me it was like the fattest. Like,
Well, Texas is one of the biggest. It's the second biggest next to Alaska.
Yeah.
and of course we're talking with two skinny band members, so it doesn't prove my point. But
Two in shape band members. See, radio is the illusion of the mind, where we get to describe exactly what you guys look like, and you'd have no idea listening, unless you actually went onto your Facebook, Daylight Down Music, or on your Twitter at Daylight Dawn. Down. Fuck.
Oh, you had
Fuck,
it going.
I just had it. Damn it.
All right, calm down there.
All right, fine. All right, so guys, thank you so much for the interview. You have your Demon You Love official video up now on YouTube and also your website, daylightdown.com.
There you go.
There we go. And you're still in the studio. Hopefully you're wrapping that up in the week. Hopefully there's nothing else popping up going. I don't know exactly what else could happen in a week, but I've seen some shit before.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you have a title for that album yet or no?
We're gonna keep it under wraps for now. We do, but I don't want to give too much away.
Is it a long title, short title? Let's see if we can guess this.
It's a short.
Does it have any vowels?
Jeopardy.
Can I buy a vowel, Vanna?
$1,500.
Oh no, Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, Wheel of Fortune rules. So, guys, anything you would like to plug real quick to our listeners?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to Behind the Barricade for having us out tonight, and we appreciate it for sure.
Oh, you're welcome.
Of course. And you guys are up on iTunes. You're up on Spotify, I believe, right?
And Pandora too.
And Pandora. So
Nice.
if you like what
They
you
didn't
guys
get
hear,
rejected like us.
well, yes. But we are going to play Demon You Love to close out the show. And if you guys like what you hear, please go support music. Remember, all of these national bands were once local bands. And I have a feeling Daylight Down is going to be a national band sooner than later.
Nice. Yep, definitely.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks so
Of course.
much.
Thanks, guys. All right.
Thanks. Have a great
Good night.
night. Take
You
care.
too.